Don't ever ask a man to pick you, choose you, love you. It's not a good idea. It's a great line, because I wrote that for sure. Am I right?
Yeah.
Holy crap. There we go. All right, everybody. It's a beautiful night to save lives. Let's have some fun. That is the pilot of Grey's Anatomy, said by Derek Shepard.
All right, everybody. It's a beautiful night to save lives. Let's have some fun.
You know, I've always loved medical shows, and so creating Grey's Anatomy was really a chance to get to play in that world. And I love to watch medical documentaries. I was kind of a medical junkie. So it was really exciting to sort of come up with a world where I could play with that and learn along with everybody, because there were interns who didn't know what they were doing. For Grey's, we treat every season like it's the last season, so that we can really leave it all on the floor for the audience. So we're not trying to hold anything back. We really shape every season as if it's the first time we've ever done the show, if we can, to keep it fresh and new. You have to be twice as good as them to get half of what they have. That is the season 3 premiere of Scandal, and that is Papa Pope yelling at Olivia Pope.
You have to be what?
Twice as good.
Twice as good as them to get half of what they have.
You know, I didn't have any actress in mind when I wrote the part. And what was fantastic was to get to meet someone like Carrie, who I actually had thought of was kind of the opposite of the part in my original thinking, and then to discover how right she was. And the more you watch her play that role, the more powerful it is. I mean, I think we spent maybe 20 minutes together before I knew, like, yeah, she's Olivia Pope. I try really hard not to write series with any particular person in mind. It was great to be able to write Queen Charlotte, because I already knew who, you know, the Queen was, and I already knew who Agatha was, so that was really helpful. But in general, no, I try not to do that, because the actors surprise you. The people who come in surprise you, and you end up putting people in roles that you never imagined, and it's so much better that way. I don't know this one. Nepotism belongs in the arts, not in plumbing. I don't know what that means. It is a film? Oh, maybe this is Princess Diaries 2? This might be Princess Diaries 2. It sounds like a Princess Diary 2 line.
Nepotism belongs in the arts, not in plumbing.
I watched the first film, and Deborah Martin Chase, who's the producer, approached me about writing the second one. And I thought that would be a really fun thing to do, and it turned out to be great. I mean, I always think it's funny now because I'm working with Julie Andrews now on Bridgerton, but I also spent time writing her as a queen in that movie. And so it was kind of great to get to work with her both times, but it's also sort of come full circle in a weird way. There's a scene that got cut out of the movie that was pretty much one of my favorite scenes, because it was this moment where Julie Andrews says she's just had her heart broken, and some staff comes in and they're starting to ask her a question, and she screams, like, do I never get a moment to myself? And it's such an amazing moment, the way she played it, the elegance in which she did it, and it was really about the pain of being a queen that she did so well. But in general, honestly, she's the nicest person you will ever meet. And she was so nice to me. I was nervous to meet her. I was shaking. So lovely. Oh my God, these are getting scary. I'm on a road trip with a killer, and you're telling me not to be upset. Part of me wants to say this is Crossroads. Part of me wants to say it's How to Get Away with Murder, but I don't know. It's Crossroads. There we go. I'm proud of myself.
I'm on a road trip with a killer, and you're telling me not to be upset?
You know what was great is she was a kid. She was hugely popular at that time. I've never met anybody so professional. Like, she was on point, rehearsed, practiced, honed, ready to go every single time, and she worked so hard. I think for her it was like kind of a little bit of a freer time, because she wasn't in front of an audience all the time. It was very much a small, safe space. And I thought that she was great. We had a lot of conversations. She seemed like a very ambitious, ready-to-go person at the time, which was wonderful. I don't know that I have a Crossroads 2 movie in me. I don't know. Maybe they'll do it without me. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see what they're doing next. Like, at this point, I'd love to see where those characters are. They were very fun to write, but yeah, I have no idea. Men fail upwards all the time. I kind of want to say this is every show I've ever written. I'm sure that Meredith has said it, or Christina has said it, or Private Practice Gang has said it, or, it feels very simple. Scandal has said it. It's not a specific show, it's all the shows. Which one? It's Inventing Anna. See, that's even better.
Men fell upwards all the time.
I never met the real Anna. And I did that on purpose because I knew that if I met her, like she's such a charismatic person and people were so polarized. People who knew her were so polarized about her. So I knew that I would either love her immediately and then be super biased while trying to write, or I would loathe her and then be super biased while trying to write. So I just wanted to stay neutral on that topic and really go through the interpretations that other people had of their time with her, because that was the best thing. You're never really going to know Anna. You're never going to know her. So it was great to see how other people felt they knew her. I felt like, if she'd been a man, by the way, it would have been very simple. She wouldn't have gone to jail. Nobody would have been upset. They probably would have called her smart and savvy and brilliant for like, look what you tried to pull off. It's not that different than what a lot of men do all the time. Hers just didn't happen to work out. But I think because she was a woman and she kind of had that audacity and she wasn't a hot chick, which I find gross, but true, people felt like she should be punished for not, being the thing that she was. And I thought that was really interesting. Every day is a damn pole day starting right now. Feels like this might be Hot Chocolate Nutcracker Dance Dreams, but I don't know. What is this? Yes. Okay, Every Day is a Damn Pole Day starting right now is from Station 19, the pilot episode. Yeah.
Every day is a damn pole day starting right now.
It felt really natural to us to intertwine the storylines between Station 19 and Grey's. They were living in the same world, and it felt like such a natural path. We took some characters from Grey's and put them on Station 19. Bailey went back and forth. Meredith went back and forth. I think it was a really big deal because it also allowed us like big event episodes that really got to do something and showcase a different kind of medicine. We had a little bit of a hard time because, Station 19 comes after Grey's, and when it was coming before it, it made it easier because you go from an ambulance to a hospital. So we had to get creative when we started going from a hospital to the ambulance. But it still worked really well. We had a great time. Oh. I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me? This almost makes me cry because it's one of my favorite things I've ever written, and it was in Queen Charlotte, and it was the final episode.
I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me?
I love you!
There's something about Queen Charlotte that really felt personal to me. I don't know. I always act everything out while I'm writing it. So something about this just felt, intimate. And to see it on its feet with the actors doing it just elevated it so much. I was really proud of that one. What's wonderful is we got to work with real amazing historians who were consulting on Bridgerton and who've been consulting with us to really get inside that history. We had like a Queen Charlotte expert talking to us. So we did a lot of research into what was really there, but we also knew that we weren't telling the history of the actual Queen Charlotte. We were telling the history of Queen Charlotte as she's portrayed in Bridgerton. So it allowed us some leeway, but I really wanted to honor her wherever we could. I do not want to be just another notch in your acupuncture table. That is Addison, I'm pretty sure. Private Practice.
I do not want to be just another notch in your acupuncture table.
The fans of that show were so amazing and so supportive, and it's still, I think, huge in Brazil. If I do comfort watching, sometimes I like to stick my head in and see what's going on at Private Practice. Okay. This is a really good line, and I don't know who said it. Guess I wasn't black enough to lead the tribe. I don't know who said it, but it's really good. Whoever did. Is this introducing Dorothy Dandridge? That's why it's so old. Well, then it's a great line, because I wrote that for sure.
Guess I wasn't black enough to lead the tribe.
Getting to work with Halle Berry was amazing. She was very dedicated to this role and threw herself into it, and we had such fun on the set. And in a weird way, I became the de facto historian because I was the one who had done all the research and read all of the stuff and done all of the interviews. So really getting to be on set and go, nope, she said it exactly, she said it this way, or she was lying that direction if you wanted to be perfect, was great. It was a great experience.
Look, boy, don't go put me on no stand. I don't answer to nobody.
I love the idea that she was sort of the first black movie star. I mean, she wasn't the first black movie star, but in terms of being nominated for an Oscar. And I love the story of her and Otto Preminger. And I got to write in the Nicholas brothers and all of these people from old Hollywood that maybe weren't as known to people. And for me, it was a great experience. Oh, please. So pick me, choose me, love me. Meredith Grey, Grey's Anatomy. Couldn't tell you which episode exactly, but I might want to say season 2, episode 5. Am I right?
Yeah.
Holy crap. There we go.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
I'm always amazed that this is the line that sticks out to everybody. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do with Ellen Pompeo's amazing performance, but I'm always amazed that this is the line that sticks out. And I want to tell women, don't ever ask a man to pick you, choose you, love you. It's not a good idea. Don't be a pick-me girl.